Hello and welcome back to the Nasty Metal Production channel here at YouTube. And welcome to another EP review. And this is probably the second to last EPs I'll be reviewing for December before I actually move on to, of course, the lists. Which, of course, is in 2 weeks. I'll definitely be doing that list. I just got at least maybe a few more reviews here before I actually do. And it really isn't that much. So, the EP that I am reviewing today is from a sorta new, definitely a new heavy metal band, and of course they are based out of Denmark. Both I think Roskilde, Copenhagen, Denmark. Wow. So, of course, the band that we are definitely talking about is, of course, this Pectora. Of course, being formed in 2011, and right now they only got about 2 EPs. Their first EP titled Virgin of Hate, and of course, the EP that I'm reviewing, which of course is titled Redemption, and it was released on January 5th, 2017, and wow, January 5th, of course. Wow, that's really old. Basically, the early of the year. So, with that, what can be said about this? Now, I've given this EP quite a bit of listens, quite a bit, and each time I listen to it, I'm always kind of like on the fence at times. It's like I really want to like it, but at times I really don't. Let me definitely get into the reason for why I really want to like this, and it's mostly with the first 2 songs on here. The songs that definitely kick off the EP, or will be like side 1, I think would be. It would be Democracy in Disguise and Going Through Hell. They basically kick off the EP, and these are basically the songs that really do it for me when it comes to this EP. The first track is very melodic, almost has kind of a power metal kind of feel to it at times. It's heavy, fast pace and such, and really just a great way to really kick off an EP. But it's come in with Going Through Hell. They just really bring in, this is probably the best song off this EP. It's very anthemic, has that 80s heavy metal sound. It's so blue collar sounding. It's just what I really want from my kind of metal. Especially just like so mid-paced. It's got something I would even at times expect from like either Black Sabbath or Armored Saint. Like it's kind of a mixture, like something I would expect off of like the first Armored Saint album, mixed with a bit of the stuff like from like Heaven and Hell, like Lady Evil or something like that, or even something off of like a Born Again, like what was that song called? Oh geez, like, ooh, I can't think of, I'm just gonna look up that one right now. Nope. This is why it's so great to have a computer next to you, and I'm definitely going to bring it up because I can't think of the track, but it kind of has that sort of similar to Born Again. Hotline. It's like somewhere between something like Lady Evil and Hotline, or Can You Deliver, or some of that kind of stuff. It just has that real anthemic metal sound. However, that is the only 2 songs on this EP that I actually really like. Well, the minute you hit like the instrumental on here, titled Lights Out, which is an acoustic track, it's like, and it's not a bad acoustic track, but after that, the EP takes a dip for me. It's mostly really with the songs Valley of Dreams and Son of the Four. Valley of Dreams starts off like a ballad, and it's a interesting ballad in ways, because It almost has a modern feel to it, but at the same time, I don't want to try and say that that's the reason why I don't click, why the track won't click with me, but in a way, it doesn't seem to do a whole lot for me. It just doesn't click with me as much. And then get to Some of the Four, and it's not a bad track as well. It definitely is no ballad. It definitely gets back to me more rock feel, sort of, but it's still not something that doesn't click with me. It's like the last two tracks here are kind of the weakest on here, while the first two is actually the highlights, and that's the only reason why I'm on the fence. It's like it starts out really good, but then the minute it goes, it loses me. Either way, it's not a bad EP, but it's not one that has a whole lot of staying power for me. But that doesn't mean that it's a completely terrible EP. It's just because of those two tracks, it just kind of dips down a bit. Still, not bad. Finally, to my rating, 7.30 out of 10. Not a bad EP at all. It's just because of the last two tracks that end the EP, it kind of loses me. But overall, definitely the selling point is probably for the first tracks, especially Going Through Hell, which is definitely the biggest highlight for me off this EP. And that's basically the only way I would recommend it. It's just probably to check out like Democracy in Disguise and especially Going Through Hell. But if you definitely want to check it out, I'll definitely leave you a link to their Bandcamp page so you can check them out. But if you have checked out this EP, you can definitely leave your comments down below and tell me what you thought. Anyways, this is Henry Thrash. I'm out, and I'll see you again. Take care.